That's not a knife. That's a knife. We've got a little bit different of an intro here today. We've got the 500 subscriber giveaway still rolling. We're about halfway there, just a little under halfway there. Once we hit 500 subscribers, we'll be giving away these items. We have the CJRB Pyrite Light, OD green handle, black AR RPM 9 blade steel. We have the WE Civivi Sin Cut knife roll here. Holds 10 pocket knives. Great for travel, keeping your knives safe, or just use it for storage. We also have a sample pack of Wicked Industries product, courtesy of Boss Hog Blade Man, Garrett Garriga, my buddy down in Alabama. He's got a Facebook page and sells on Whatnot. So hit him up if you have any Wicked Industries products needs. He's going to be giving away a Wicked Clean, that'll clean your knives, Wicked Wax, that'll protect your knives once they are clean, and Wicked Rescue is great for your hands, your skin, great for cut fingers, busted knuckles, dry, cracked skin, all that stuff. So huge shout out to Boss Hog for donating the sample pack to the 500 subscriber giveaway. Now let's get to the action. Welcome back, everybody. Faithful EDC here with you today. Today we've got the Tempest Knives Downdraft. These guys are sold out. They were dropped on May 10th, 2025, and they were sold out before the end of the weekend, I do believe. This knife was sent to me for review just for as a pass-around knife, and I will have to send it back. So basically a loaner knife, but I wanted to give it a checking it out and see what all it was. So I missed out on the drop and was really bummed, but I at least get to check it out and see how it performs. So maybe I'll get in on the next Tempest Knives drop. We've got the Tempest Downdraft sticker. We've got the thank you card from KC, Tempest Knives. It comes with the Tempest Knives microfiber cloth. It appears that this has been, this has been skiff bearing swapped. So these are the original bearings from Tempest. I've not taken this apart. It's not my knife. I'm not going to take it apart, so I did not know that it was not on the original bearings. It is a very nice action. Super smooth. So I've never owned a knife with skiff bearings, but maybe I'll have to give them a shot and see if I can tell the difference between factory bearings and non-factory bearings. So really nice presentation. Comes with quite a bit of stuff. I don't believe it comes with the skiff bearings to swap those with, but I believe Lefty EDC actually sent this out to me for review and to check it out. So thanks, Lefty EDC, for letting me borrow your knife for a little bit, and then I will ship it on to the next guy to have him check it out. Pretty cool knife here. This one is the 80's Camo Carbon scales. So this is the Tempest Downdraft. It's called the Disco Storm Edition. Pretty nice looking handles here. I have some 80's Camo Carbon in some other knives, and they're really nice. This has got a really good finish on it. I really like this like 5-spoke wheel design on the pivot there. All of the hardware is titanium. All the hardware is T8 sized. So pretty cool design feature there. Don't have to change out bits for the pivot and change them back out for the body screws. So pretty neat design there. I absolutely love this blade shape. It's a nice Wharncliffe blade, really flat blade, really straight design, nice nice sharp point there with the Wharncliffe reverse tanto. Really looks a lot like my Cansep Egress. If I pull that out here real quick, so it's more of a angle than my Cancep Egress, but I really like the design pattern of this blade, and so maybe that is why I fell in love with this when I saw it, and then I messed up and missed the drop. So we've got the Tempest logo here, if we can get it to zoom in. Tempest logo on that side, and on this side we've got 154 cm blade steel. It is a black PVD stone washed, HRC 60 to 62. I believe it said on the website it was tested at 62 HRC. There is full liners inside, so it's not just relying on the 80's Camo Carbon to be supportive. There is full steel liners that run all the way down the knife and that all the hardware attaches to. The thumb hole here, or the blade hole, and the nail nick, I'm not really sure what you would call that, but the nail nick, you can flip it from that nail nick and not have to utilize the thumb hole, but both ways work with me. I can get on this edge here and flick it from down below, or I can go up here to the blade hole and utilize that blade hole as well. I really like the minimalist flipper tab back here. The I think it's the Civivi Cindy has similar, some kind of a similar, I'm not really sure, but it doesn't stick out like a normal flipper tab would. So like if your flipper tab would be sticking out, it could get caught on your pocket or on your pants. Here's an exaggerated one. So this is the ZT, and look how big that flipper tab is, right? So yes, it gives you a lot of leverage to get your blade out, but when you're working with something that has your blade hole and your nail nick and a third variation to open it, you don't really necessarily need a huge flipper tab, and it works. I mean, it works great. It's just got a little bit of jimping right here on the front, just one or two little bitty spots there, and a couple there on the top, and you put your finger on it and pull back. Works really good. So overall, this is really nice. It has a lot of jimping. The jimping is, in my opinion, perfect. So KC, good job on that. KC from Knives Fast is the designer and owner, I think, of Tempest Knives. So really good job. I love the love that jimping. That is the perfect texture, perfect depth, and perfect grippiness. I do utilize my Wharncliffes a lot more than any other knives, and the one thing that I do wish more Wharncliffe blades would have is just a spot of jimping down here. Not to say it's necessary or that it should have it, but there are some knives out there that offer jimping all the way out here next to the tip, and that will allow for a more control with your precision cuts. You know, I use a knife instead of scissors when cutting out my shipping labels or anything like that, and so I'm utilizing usually a Wharncliffe blade, and I am using the knife in this configuration, and I am cutting out my shipping labels instead of using a pair of scissors. One, because I want to use my knife as much as possible, whether that dulls or whatever. I've got sharpeners that can fix it, but I want to use my knife as much as possible. It gives me a reason to get it out of my pocket, play with it, use it, and actually use the knives that I've purchased. So a little bit of jimping out here, especially on Wharncliffe blades. I really look forward to having that out there. It's not a deal breaker if it doesn't have it, but I really do like to see that. And I tell you, this is what I'm saying. So this one has the jimping all the way. You probably can't see that, all the way down the blade past the thumb hole. This one doesn't have as much jimping, but it offers jimping here and it offers jimping out here. So that's what I mean when I say I like to see jimping down towards the edge, is to where it'll give me something to grip on with my finger. There is no paracord lanyard hole which is fine. It's not a deal breaker. As you all know, I like my lanyards on my knives, but again, if there's no lanyard hole, then there's no issue. Just won't have a lanyard. And I've got several knives that don't have lanyards because there is no lanyard hole. But it is what it is, and not everybody wants a hole for a lanyard. So let's get into some size comparisons here. I've got a couple extra knives out today. We always go up against our paramilitary 2. So if we're looking at this here, we are handle overall is 4 1/4 inches. The paramilitary 2 is 4 7/8. I have a Spyderco Tenacious. This one here is full teeth. Pretty cool looking knife, but you can see that on other videos. This one here is 4 1/2 inches overall. We have a CJRB Gobi. This one is a sheep's foot blade. Does not have any jimping out there. Just as size comparisons here. So this one is very close to the Tempest Downdraft as far as handle length. Of course, the front flipper sticks out a little bit more on this Gobi, but pretty close to the same size. And then we have our CJRB Pyrite Light. That is just a little bit over 4 1/4. So again, very close. So really like the size of this knife. It's not small, it's not big, it's just right there in between. You're looking at a 3 3/16 inch sharp edge. You're looking at 3 3/8 of an inch blade overall, and then total length is 7 5/8 of an inch. So really good size. Really like the size, like the feel. It's got nice smooth rounded edges. We'll shut off the lights here in just 1 second, and we'll look at this 80's camo in the dark with the UV, because it is UV activated. I want to get a weight on it here real quick. We're sub 3 ounces, so 2.77 ounces. This thing is very light. Great weight for this knife. So overall, I really enjoy this knife. Again, thank you Lefty EDC for allowing me to check your knife out, and thank you KC at Knives Fast for designing such a great knife. I have my Olight Arcfeld UV. This isn't the Arcfeld Pro, this is just the UV. I'm going to shut the overhead light off here real quick, and we'll see if we can't get some, oh yeah, you can see that. So here we go. So you can see the pink shows up almost orange, and then the orange almost shows up yellow. So everywhere where you're seeing yellow is orange. Everywhere you're seeing orange is pink. So it shows up weird in the UV light. Really cool. The thing I like the most about these 80 camo is the edges here. Look at all of that layering of all these colors here. Super cool. Really nice design inside this handle. Lefty, you got a great design pattern on your 80's camo here. So pretty neat little knife. And like I said, it's right up my alley. It's the perfect blade shape for me. That's what I utilize the most and enjoy using the most. But 2 thumbs up for me. If you find one on the secondary market, since it is all sold out, there are several other models. They've got an aluminum one, they've got titanium one, they've got the 80's, they've got carbon fiber. So There's several of them out there. If if you can find these and are interested in it on the secondary market, I don't know how many people are going to be crazy enough to sell this once they have it, but I'll be looking for one for sure. I'd highly recommend it. It's right up my alley, and I really enjoy it. I think that's all I got for you today. As always, we have the beacons link down below where you could go to Olight and pick up an Olight of your needing that you're looking for. It'll help to grow this channel. We've got links for Atwood paracord. That's the paracord that I use and make lanyards out of. I also have the HX Outdoors website link down below. I have the Concept and Tenable site down below in the beacons links. Go check that out, and anything that you buy through my links will come back directly to be helping this channel grow. So I want to thank each and every one of you for spending a little bit of time and watching my video here today. And if you don't mind, give it a thumbs up, and leave me a comment. Let me know what you think on this knife. I believe it's a pretty nice knife. I forgot to mention they sold for $150 for this. So you're getting 80's camo, 154 cm blade steel, and sub 3 ounces for $150. That's a great price. That's all I got for you today. I want to thank each and every one of you, and as always, take care and God bless.